Flick me up, AT.
We gon' take a trip, they gon' wonder where we at. Yeah, I've been in my bag and there ain't no going back.
Keep left, then turn right. Turn right, then turn right.
Yo, turn her off.
Turn right.
Shut her the
Turn
fuck
right
up.
onto US 230.
No, I was actually
I'm on the end.
You supposed to be needing? You all about to go on tour?
Yeah.
Okay, so on the tour you'll get to try the 8456 Master Blend Single Barrel and then our Uncut Rye.
Okay.
So you won't get to try our 100 Proof Rye or our Single Barrel. But you'll get a nice good mix of all of our whiskeys.
Okay. Where we at?
We are at Uncle Neil's distillery.
Distillery here in Tennessee. Double platinum, best in class. Best of bottle and blended spirits, double gold. Over here is more awards that you'll learn more on the tour, but this is pretty cool to see someone's legacy that nobody knew about for a long time. I mean, well,
It was the black man that did it.
the thing is, you know, sometimes we as men, and mostly black men, we play a big part in what's created here on Earth. But a lot of times, people don't want to give you the credit or give us the credit for it. So it takes our family sometimes to come back and, you know, ask, and sometimes have to demand that society gives you credit. Because as a black man myself, sometimes we're trying to get in and trying to do things so we don't go in pushing, and you know, sometimes we step back a little bit and to people it may perceive as being weak, but a lot of times it's just to get in because you want to get in, you don't want to be ostracized or not get a chance. But in this case, his family came in and they pushed the envelope and they won their case, and this is a part of what you see here. I'm sure we'll learn more about the truth about the Jack Daniels blends that supposedly, I don't know, I'll find out today, that he came up with those recipes.
How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, and you?
Pretty good, boss.
So I'd like to welcome everyone to Malt Disney World.
Woo.
It's a bit of a corny name, I know. That's actually the nickname we have received from the press, and there's a couple of reasons why. Not only do we have plans being unfolded here at the distillery as we speak, but we also want our tours to be different from your normal distillery tour. We wanted to incorporate as much history as possible into every direction we're looking at. So in a way, we're kind of like Walt Disney World, but for booze. What better way to start out at an amusement park than the most iconic of attractions? At least to me personally. You know, not the rides, not the meet and greets, not the ticket booth, the food. This concession stand was here way before the property was purchased out around 2017, 2018-ish. In fact, way before our co-founders even set foot on the property, this was an operating concession stand at one point. Said you can still find liquor products in the cities during this time. You just have to be creative of where to find them. These are called speakeasies. They're meant to be designed as one thing on the outside, but once you step inside, it's something completely different. It's not a true speakeasy, otherwise we'll be drinking and dancing right now. This place is named Philo and Frank's, the world's first non-alcoholic speakeasy, at least to our knowledge. It was roughly around a century ago. It's designed like this on purpose, because this room is not only honoring our CEO's parents, it's also honoring the ladies of both the suffrage and temperance movements. In fact, this very speakeasy is filled with hints and nods towards those two groups of women. For example, the entrance that we just entered through in the back, that's in reference of a living room or a parlor. Everywhere beyond that entrance is referencing the soda fountain or pharmacy, and the stained glass windows right behind me references church. Those wings and ours have one thing in common: the artist. When our CEO went up to Nashville one day and saw those legendary wings by herself, She thought they're so beautiful that she needed to have a pair here at the distillery. So she contacted the same artist, Kelsey Montague, and simply asked her for one thing: to make a pair of wings for us, but bigger and better. Because believe it or not, you visiting us today, we do consider you our family, and we'd love to see your photos if you choose to post them online somewhere. Our still is 30 feet tall and 18 inches in diameter. At full capacity, this thing can churn out 18,000 barrels a year, which is roughly around 4 million bottles. Sweet. So this part of the building that we're in right here used to be the cool down room for the horses. They often have an overblown photo of whoever's in charge in the tasting room itself.
You dig it? It's good. Bottom's up.
Meaning these are made from the best of our single barrel black label. So if you want to get one, this is your last chance to get them, because we're about less than 150 bottles left of these things, and once it sells out, we'll never sell them again.
Yeah. How much?
Awesome. So it's the same price points as our master blend, which is $150. So if you don't have a budget, feel free to splurge.
That's the main lady right there.
The heads of the barrels, the ones that say Uncle Nearest on the sides right behind me here, those are charred also. They are charred at a level 2. And in case you're wondering what char means, it's just burning the wood without it turning into ash. That's all it is. Okay, you see that little line where my fingertips are at? See that back there? Let me raise it up. I'm doing it.
I'm doing it.
Can you see that? This is how deep the whiskey can go into the barrels themselves, if not deeper. That's what makes up all the color and the majority of the flavor. We do not artificially color or flavor our whiskeys whatsoever. It is all natural. The majority of the barrels that are in this very building here are meant to be for one particular label. The 1820 label they mentioned early on into the tasting. Less than 1% of the barrels in here that are meant to be 1820s will eventually become 1820s. And they are set to age in this very building for 11 years. And we've just hit the 2-year mark this past June.
Did y'all enjoy the tour?
Absolutely. Very cool day.
I did. It was very educational.
And his story was hidden for so long, so I like that part that they said, like,
Yeah.
when you have a drink, like, just to cheers to those people whose stories haven't come out yet.
Yeah.
But here's another thing that I got from it. It's like, okay, so you have a black man that was friends with this preacher and helped the preacher raise his family and have a nice house and a nice land because this black man was good at making liquor. The black man was willing to show him in a time where black men, black people were not allowed to be shown anything. They weren't being allowed to be shown how to read at one point, how to write, how to, anything at the front of controlling you. But this man took this kid under his wings, and because of his teaching and his recipe, because he was actually the distiller, made him world-renowned forever.
He was
Jack Daniels,
master distiller.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the little boy.
Right.
Turned
I know, that's what
into
I'm saying.
Jack Daniels. To have that kind of integrity to teach someone who probably was raised to hate you because of the time frame, not because of who he was, just because of the era. And he taught this man.
When he learned to be a distiller, he was a slave, right? Wasn't that his job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he became free.
And then he taught a white man
This is what I'm saying. That's
how to become
exactly
successful.
what I'm saying. But they had to backdate. So these bottles are backdated with the year.
Right. 2,500 hours.
Hours, that's what it was. Yeah, that's a lot of
So they had to go back
And all those
get
artifacts they found.
Yeah, so they had to go back and predate this alcohol that we bought today. It's predated as a memento.
Who had the hat rack?
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
Grilled cheese on crack with brisket.
We both have the same thing.
Oh, with mac and cheese. Yep, there you go. There you are. Y'all
Appreciate you,
enjoy.
thank you.
All right.
This goes back there too, man. That shit crazy. World's longest bar?
World's longest bar.
Oh, that's it. We got to end the tour with an old fashioned, man. So, hey, here's 2024 and here's to the black man. Yeah, let's do it.